to be told, looking forward to the story tonight. WDSU First Warning Weather Impact Day. This is for a heat advisory. We're going to start where we've got a few storms. Move right through Slidell on the way to Lacombe here tonight. We also have a few storms into Washington Parish. These have originated near Varnado, right over Bogalusa. Storm has just moved in behind to Sheridan. Heavy rain that's here. Do have some showers that are moving into maybe parts of Pearl River County, but they aren't too heavy. And we've got some storms that are along the coast, maybe affecting some camps. I don't see a whole lot of communities being impacted. Dulac, Chauvin would be the closest. The heat advisory until 7, the impact day until then. How hot are we? 94 degrees here in town. Slidell, a little rain cool there, but Bogalusa is feeling like 109. We're jumping right into the forecast with the latest on Hurricane Erin. Again, it's not about the category of the storm, but look how large, expansive this storm is with a band that extends all the way to Jamaica and all the way to nearly Bermuda. The inner core of the storm has been fluctuating over the last 36 hours, day and a half, 2 days. If we're starting to find that there might be an eye wall forming, there's a chance it could go back to a Category 3. But again, it doesn't really matter about the wind speeds and what category. This is going to be a big wave maker, and it could be storm surge. Even have winds that could be tropical storm status. So from Duck Island, that's in the Outer Banks, North Carolina, just outside of Wilmington, tropical storm warnings. Watches that extend from Duck all the way to Rehoboth Beach, Maryland, Eastern Shore. We also track what's in the way of the storm surge. The storm surge warnings right where we have the tropical storm warnings. Let's start with the winds that are forecast out of this particular storm. And they will be extremely strong, centered into the storm, but even extending out nearly 230 miles right now are tropical storm force winds. So the mid-Atlantic will get lashed by this storm. You see winds even forecast to 33 at Rehoboth. But how about these wave heights? These are just insane out there. It's forecasted to 49 feet under the center of the storm, 47 feet, could be 23 feet right into parts of Cape Hatteras and even maybe Duck. So that's why they had the evacuation orders for those areas there. Back closer to home, what we look at from the mid-Atlantic and where we'll go from there is, again, very strong expansive storm. But besides that, we'll have to track 2 more tropical waves too. Still maintaining Category 2 status, but a little increase in strengthening here overnight Wednesday, Thursday. Through Thursday is where the impacts will be felt from the mid-Atlantic into Bermuda. These 2 tropical waves, the good news here, even with medium development, chance over the next 2 days, in warm waters, these should not impact us here, and I'm going to forecast that with the data shown right now. Disorganized cluster of storms, and it looks to stay that way. I don't even see anything that even resembles a tropical depression. Meets some wind shear and takes Erin's same path, similar path. This other system, not forecast to do a whole heck of a lot either. Storm activity now, but eventually it moves into an area where it's not suitable for possible development, so it's only going to be in the next few days. Long-range forecast still shows some areas of concern, but you look at the orientation, they're still kept away from us, so it looks to be Louisiana is staying out of the mix here for maybe the next couple, 3 weeks from anything moving our way. 40% chance of storms by Wednesday evening. It's about a 30% chance of pop-up storms during the day. 95, 96, 97, another heat advisory could feel as hot as 110, impact day. And then Thursday, an increase in storm coverage may cool us down a bit. I still think we could be hot before the storms arrive, but scattered storms with the increase in coverage from Thursday lasting all the way to the weekend the next week too.